Hello, greetings, and welcome to Dividend Blasters. This is our 30-second video. Topic today, Berkshire Hathaway's latest moves. What does that mean? Well, what that means is basically what has Berkshire Hathaway bought and sold in the last 3 months. How do we know this? I pulled a 13F submission to the SEC, and it's quite publicly available. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about what they bought and what they've sold. Why do we do this? Well, we want to know what the smart money is doing. These gentlemen, as you may know, are forces of nature. Warren Buffett is 93 years old. He has a net worth of over 115 billion. He's actually could have been worth much more, but he's given almost half of that away already. And then we have Charlie Munger, his longtime business partner, who's the vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway. Warren Buffett's the chairman. Charlie is the vice chairman. Charlie's 99 years old. Quick disclaimer, I am not your financial advisor. The purpose of this video is for financial education. It's information. It reflects my own research and personal opinions, all which are underpinned by my more than 30 years of investing independently. Now, let me urge you, this is not financial advice, so please do your own research and due diligence before making any financial decisions, and consult a licensed financial advisor prior to making any decisions. I also employ a licensed financial advisor, and I consult them, solicit their opinion before making my decision, but they are my decisions because in the end it's my money. All right, let's move on. So I mentioned the 13F submission. 13F is required by law, must be submitted quarterly by all institutional investment managers with at least $100 million assets under their management. It discloses their equity holdings and can provide insights into what the smart money is doing in the market. And we want to know what the smart money is doing or has done in the market. Next one. Okay, I'm going to show you 2 slides. This is a summary of movements, and it shows a comparison between holdings that Berkshire Hathaway had in Q4 of 2022 and the most recent submission, which is reflected in Q1 2023. Now, I'm not going to go through each and every item, but I'm highlighting the shares, the number of shares, and the change percentage, and you can see it's shaded. So increases are shaded in green. Anything that stayed the same is yellow. Anything that's decreasing is slightly deeper yellow, orange, or red, as you'll see on the next page. And there are some new positions. Let me hit the new positions first. They started a new, they initiated holdings in Capital One Financial Corporation, the bank, and that's headquartered here in Northern Virginia. They have increased significantly their holdings by over 15%, almost 16% in HP, or commonly known as Hewlett-Packard, but they are officially known as HP now. And then they also increased their holdings in Occidental Petroleum. Now they've held Oxy, I call it Oxy, Occidental Petroleum for many years. They like it. I find it interesting that they increased Occidental Petroleum, but at the same time they decreased their holdings by almost 19% in Chevron. I'm not sure why they did that. He must have information that I don't have. I love Chevron. I have significant holdings in it. I don't have any in Occidental. I do have some other smaller oil companies that I have holdings in, like ConocoPhillips. The oil companies are still paying really good dividends, as does Chevron. Much better than Occidentals. Occidentals are good, but Chevrons, I think, are a little better. But Chevron's a pricier company, and they're much bigger. So anyway, that's my own thoughts on that. Decreased by 6% Activision Blizzard, and as you know, Microsoft is targeting friendly buyout of Activision Blizzard, and they have received continuous pushback from regulatory authorities in the United Kingdom and the European Union. most recently even more from the United Kingdom. So we're going to watch that closely. But I guess he figured it's not going to happen. You can't fight the government, and doesn't think that Microsoft's going to be able to acquire them. We'll see. We will see. They have significantly decreased their holdings in General Motors by 20%. That's a big one. And actually bigger than the decrease in Chevron, which was a little under 19%. Decreased their holdings in the Celanese Corporation and in the drug company McKesson, almost 20%. Those are the big ones. Now, the ones that they've increased, I already mentioned Occidental. I mentioned Hewlett Packard. There were some onesies and twosies. Small increases in Apple. Small increase in a bank. Okay, Bank of America. It's the second largest bank in the United States after JP Morgan Chase, which has the most in customer deposits under their charge. No change to American Express or Coca-Cola. They kept those constant. Same with Kraft Heinz, the ketchup company, and Moody's, the credit rating company, kept them the same. Let's see. A small increase in Citigroup. I don't know why. I have read a lot of things about Citigroup that are not positive. I don't know. He must have information I don't have. I find it interesting that it shows here that he actually increased his holdings in Paramount Global. I wonder if there has been changes, because I know that they have just recently slashed their dividend. I kind of shy away from some of these investments in the entertainment world. It's their streaming business, I think, that is a problem. I mean, honestly, if you saw the movie Top Gun Maverick, which was a blockbuster, that was produced by Paramount. So that made a lot of money. So they must really be hemorrhaging. Let's see. Amazon, he took them down by about a percentage point. And that's really all I want to cover there. And let's go to the next slide. And if you go right to the bottom, you'll see the divestments in banks. So he divested completely. I keep saying he because I'm thinking of Warren, but it's really Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway divested completely in Bank of New York Mellon Corporation, as well as in U.S. Bancorp. Now, those are both sizable banks. But honestly, it's the smaller banks. It's not the JP Morgan Chases. It's not the Bank of Americas that have been really tarnished by the recent banking tumult in the industry. It's the regional banks, and it's really a little bit of the smaller banks. He's probably just being cautious. He wants to move away from those. I have actually sold all my bank stocks, and I held big ones. I just decided I wanted to put some distance between myself and the banking industry and just see how things shake out. Looks like he has divested completely from RH, which is Restoration Hardware. It's the interior design company. They have great merchandise. I am a customer. But I tell you, when I go in there, it's fairly dead. We have several of them here in the area where I live. I live in Virginia. You just have to think that the pandemic has probably hurt their bottom line. I have not researched this fully. I don't invest in them, but I know that as I've observed, I don't see a lot of foot traffic in their stores. And of course, he's completely divested in Taiwan Semiconductor. And I have seen him interviewed in the last month or so, and he says he loves the company. It's a great company, and he said there's just no competition. It's the best chip maker and designer on the planet. The problem is they're located and headquartered in Taiwan. And as you know, due to geopolitical reasons, the People's Republic of China has been threatening to take over that tiny country. That tiny island. So, there is a risk. You put your money in there, you could lose it because, honestly, if they take over Taiwan, they're going to take over that chip maker. And that is a a strategic asset that any country has. And honestly, it's in the U.S.'s best interest not to let that happen. But that's just my opinion. Uh, Several of these other companies, no change. They did increase a position in a company called Diageo. I don't know much about them, as well as in Vitesse Energy. So that is really it. I will say that their holdings actually did increase from Q4 of 2022 to Q1 2023 from 299 billion to 325 billion. So it's 26 billion dollars, and a lot of that has to be due to price appreciation, as well as some of the buying and the selling that they've done. So they are doing well. They definitely know their business. So folks, that's it. I've left the link. You can actually just do a Google search on this. It's Berkshire Hathaway Incorporated Q4 2022 versus Q1 2023 at 13F Holdings. I pulled it right from the 13F, and there's a lot of neat ways to do an analysis, uh, comparing different submissions. And that is all I have. And I wanted to share that with you. I hope you found this informative and interesting. If you would, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Until our next video, have a great day and God bless.